Okay, so it's about 15 minutes till the race, or that's their start time. It usually takes, there's always a delay. It's really cold out, but I think, you can hear them, I think I found the spot I'm gonna shoot, which is these two big puddles. So as you can see, like, the sweepers have been going around, but the racers aren't gonna do that. They're gonna go, hopefully, they're gonna be coming right through here, and I'll get nice, like, splashy, cool mud action. Of course, that means I'm probably gonna risk getting wet. But I won't know until the racers start. So for now, I've got my 20mm on the 7D, and hopefully it's not too soaking wet to shoot with that. Otherwise, I'll switch to my more expendable gear. But now it's just a waiting game. It's really, really cold. Like, just genuinely painfully cold. My hands hurt, which sucks when you're holding the camera, so I really don't want to get wet today. But I might. I'm starting to hear engines, but I think they're probably a couple minutes out. So it'll be interesting to see if they get here without crashing, to be honest. So the problem in these canyons is that I can't tell if the engine is coming down this road towards me or it's over there on that mountain, because it sounds just about the same because of how it just bounces between the two. So I have no idea where bikes are coming from, which kind of sucks. I mean, once there's a lot of them, it's fucking easy, but when it's just like one lone rider at the very beginning, it's pretty hard to tell where the hell they are at this point. So, but we're about 10 minutes behind, but that's pretty normal. Probably another 10 minutes till they're out. Alright, so I just heard the race start in Virginia City, so they're going to be headed this way. I decided to shoot with the 7200 for the first wave, because that'll let me see where the water is without being directly in water. So for now, I'm going to play it safe and shoot back a little bit, and then based on how the riders look, then I might move in with the 20mm. Okay, so the rest of these are just kind of my favorite images from Saturday. So just deep in the mud. I absolutely love the riders are just covered, you know, inch deep in mud everywhere. It was a really interesting morning to shoot. I really like the shots where you have a rider in the background because I think it gives it more context that it's a race. Without that kind of context, it's just a guy driving through mud puddles. Sometimes they do cool stuff too, like wheelies, and they don't. I love this guy. I thought he was being funny at first, but I think he was just genuinely trying to stay out in the mud. But yeah, like this one with the 200, I think that's one of the stronger shots because you can tell that they're racing, and I like that you can see their eyes, but they're still so covered in mud. Yeah, I like that. And then that's one of my favorite shots, actually. It's kind of, I don't know. I like their colors. Nobody else had colors like that. Man, they would go sideways in that mud. But see how this one has the blue racer in the front, and then the dark blue racer in the back, and then the black vest in the very back, so you can tell that it's a race. I thought that was one of the better shots with the big wheelie coming out of the mud. And then that was a big guy, but he pulled a wheelie for me right at the last second. So this was, at this point I had switched to my 20 millimeter and was just getting wet. So I went from this shot to this shot. So I got some mud on me. Later on in the day I moved down into another area where I noticed some jumps were. And I caught some nice blurry background with them in focus in the air. I did see these two guys came across at the same time, and the guy in the background on the green bike just took out, I don't think it was intentional, took out that blue bike. And it was a pretty nasty crash. I helped the guy up, but he just didn't, it wasn't like a bad place to go down, it's just that he didn't see it coming at all. It was like, I'm just driving around, and then all of a sudden he was on the ground. You know, there's no, you know, usually you can brace yourself, but this was just driving just like everything's fine, and then next thing you know, you're upside down and the bike's laying on you. So these guys, this guy's a sweeper, and their job is to come through and sweep. I mean, it's like clean guys up, pick bikes up. I think they work on the track if some, like a giant rocket's in the way, they can move it if they feel it's necessary. And then I went back up to the puddle for a few more shots, and I decided to get real close. Really, really close, but I still always like those shots. I can only do that on Saturday because I trust the pros to be that close. And that's what it looked like at the end of the day. Alright, you probably heard a little technical difficulty there of my dog going fucking nuts about nothing. But at least we're perfectly safe. Sorry, we're perfectly safe from mirages and reflections in the window. So I kind of lost my train of thought, to be honest, but overall, shooting the Virginia City Grand Prix is fantastic. If you're ever in Northern Nevada, well, when did I shoot this? May. Look for it, you know, VCGP, just check that out. It's a great shoot. You get to be right on the track as long as you're respectful. Absolutely fantastic. So that's it. If you have any questions about the VCGP, motorcycle racing, or anything in general, let me know and I will get back to you probably fairly quickly since I don't have much to do right now. But yeah.